Hello, everyone. Yes, it is Monday. Yes, it is 7 p.m. and we are here for another edition of Samara Keeps It Real Estate. Ask Samara anything. And yes, it's Memorial Day. So I hope that you had an amazing day spending time with family, celebrating our heroes, remembering those who served, and really spending some quality time with everyone. I hope they enjoyed the day off. Most of you guys had the day off, some cookout, some barbecue, all that fun stuff. But I also know that while you guys are flipping some burgers, you're also thinking, this pool would be cool if it was bigger, or if I had a bigger backyard, maybe I should entertain next year. So some of y'all were scrolling those Zillow pages, wondering if it's time to buy, sell, invest, any of the above. So today's episode is going to be packed full of some interesting questions that I've received. I can't wait to answer them because I love real estate and it never sleeps. So there's always something to talk about. We're going to keep it short, a little spicy, keep it nice and interesting. And again, feel free to drop questions in here as we're scrolling. Those that are live sometimes get precedence depending on the flow. But we have quite a few in our queue that we're working through. You guys are asking amazing questions. So thank you for jumping on. Thank you for joining. Hi, I see you over there. Thanks for jumping on. So right up first, we're going to start with our buyers. The first question that I have here, guys, I'm thinking this right now. It's like barbecue, burgers, and bidding wars. Let's get after it. All right. So is the pressure to buy in the summer real or just hype? All right, I get it. All right. I know that for those buyers that are out there right now, they can feel the pressure. It feels really, really competitive. It's like trying to find for those of you who went to the beach, right? Trying to find a beach chair in the middle of all the crazy, overpriced and just hot and bothered, right? So for those of you who are venturing out into the market right now, my buyers, don't be afraid. It is competitive, but definitely still doable. So if you're partnering with the right agents, if you're partnering with the right people in your path, your lenders, all those things, you can create a winning strategy for yourself, right? That means presenting the best offer, getting your offers accepted. I mean, I have buyers that are still getting offers accepted, no matter how many people are bidding on it. So it really does come down to the strategy. How are you presenting yourself? How is your offer getting presented? Are you getting creative too? Like sometimes we can look for things that are off market. I want to say structured strategy deals, like your financing, your terms, timelines, things like that to keep you guys really, really competitive. So it's competitive, not impossible. Keep that in mind. All right. Other thing I want to actually debunk. So I feel like we're losing some momentum because that myth out there with the I need 20% to buy has got a lot of people sidelined. So I want to make sure that you guys know that that is not the case. There are so many programs out there that can get you into a house, 3.5%, 0% financing if you're VA. There's grants, there's programs, there's all these things. So I would really love that myth to be debunked. But if you have it, don't get me wrong, there are advantages to still putting down 20%, but it's not a requirement in order to buy your first house. So my buyers, I hopefully that answered your question. So competitive, yes, not impossible. So let's get after it. And when you're ready, you know to ask questions too. I'm right here. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. All right. So my sellers, is it smarter to sell and upgrade or renovate and stay put? I don't know how many of you guys watched that show back in the day. I think it was like Listed and Love It, right? Oh, it was so good. HGTV. I do watch that. I know a lot of you guys out there who love real estate also watch those kind of shows. You get sucked into it. And she would do an amazing job pouring tons of money into a house they've owned for years. And then they get posed with this question like, do I list it or do I love it? Because now I have the space. Well, I always wanted to stay because you're emotionally attached sometimes, but you gotta look at the numbers and the money, right? So keep those things in the back of your head. The real answer, guys, is the equity is really your opportunity for a power move. Because of the fact that you have equity in your house, you have the option to either fix it or move on. You gotta make sure you look at your numbers because the numbers are gonna be able to dictate to you guys if it makes sense. And right now, the market shifts right now. A lot of the homeowners that have this equity are taking advantage of it and they are upgrading, right? They're pulling out the equity to put it on their next house and they're getting a bigger house. And people are going the opposite because they want to save money because you can't retire in New Jersey. Okay, maybe you can, depending on where you are. But that's the reality of it, right? So my sellers are having that kind of success. The market conditions are favoring the move up sellers, like I mentioned. And guys, the cost of renovations versus the cost of moving, that is going to be something you have to really sit down with, make sure you understand it because it can be scary. It could be overwhelming. And sometimes you just get comfortable with the fact that there are so many memories here. Let me fix this kitchen. Let me fix this. But guys, if you are fighting with your kitchen every single morning and you're sitting on 200,000 plus in equity, you might want to start considering what your next move is. And that's the beauty of real estate, right? You have built-in money that you forget about and it's waiting for you to make your next move. So seller, I hope that answered your question. That was a really good question though, because I feel like it's hard to answer. And I'm sure you might log in and watch a couple of episodes of List It or Love It because you like to see what your vote is. And sometimes we're always wrong, but it is tons of fun. So oh, thank you for checking in, guys. This is so much fun. I know some of you guys are like stepping away and logging in and checking it out. So I appreciate it. And it's Memorial Day. So I love to see your faces and I love to share the real estate knowledge with all you guys. What do we have up next? So we hit my buyers, we hit my sellers. Oh, this is a good one. I like that one. Okay. My investors. I can't forget about you guys. Oh, and time is always flying. All right, I could be here all day talking real estate, you guys, but I have some really good questions. So we're going to make sure that we try to tackle as many questions as we possibly can because I love this stuff and I want you guys to feel educated. I want you guys to drop me questions. I want to be able to answer your questions. Thanks for jumping on. Hi. And the fun stuff. So my investor question for today. Oh, this one's actually not bad. And I feel like these guys ask these questions because it's like a reality. It's sometimes geared towards my new investors, the ones who are like, is now a good time? And the question is, are there still deals for investors in this market? And it's kind of like I take it with a grain of salt, right? Because the reality is, yes, there's still deals. They just look a little different now, right? So my savvy investors are still investing year round. Their strategy might change in terms of like what kind of investments they're actually going to buy. But you want to focus on value add opportunities. You want to look at seller financing, distressed properties. You want to start thinking outside the box for things that may or may not work for you, especially if you're thinking on that investment track, right? I want you to be really realistic because with the rising rents, like you have strength in that buy and hold play. So again, like I said, there's tons of opportunities, but the strategy might look a little bit different now. Hey, thanks for jumping on. Good to see you guys today. So I hope, I have so many things when it comes to the investment part though. I can play this game all day long. So many different opportunities for you guys out there. A lot of my savvy investors, like I said, they are not sitting still. They're still looking at the market, looking for deals. You have the probate play, you have the pre-foreclosure play, you have so many different plays that are out there for you. Considering the house hacking, you look at short-term rentals. We can be here all day. Probably have to do a whole different segment on just investment. just investment strategy, like a whole different series for you guys when it comes to what should we do first. Like as you guys already know, I am an investor, so we're invested right now in long-term rentals and we have a short-term rental, and we've had questions about that too because that market has shifted and changed too, right? For a while it was really hot with the short-term rentals, and now that is shifting and transitioning and making sure that you guys stay on top of your properties so they continue to make money for you and not lose money. So those are all things to keep in mind too. I hope that answered your question. So for my investors, my new investors who are thinking about trying to get into real estate, give me a call. Let's talk about building out your playbook. Let's talk about what your goals are, what your portfolio wants to look like, what your dream mission is, and how to get you there. And for those who have been investing for years and you're looking for what your next play is, give me a call because we can start looking off things that are off market. All right. So DM me, I got you, all things real estate, and I love investing. So give me a call on that. Guys, time is running out, but I could talk about this stuff all day. And we're already at the, I got 5 minutes left with you guys, but I did have a question I want to start introducing because, I get 15 minutes with you guys on my lives, my Q&As. I want to answer all your questions, do all the things. I try to cover my buyers, my sellers, my investors. We did briefly talk about commercial, and I had a really good commercial question come up that I want to cover with you guys today. So the person who asked me that question, thank you. Thanks for locking in. And let's see, where'd it go? I like it. All right, so the question you wanted to inquire on was, is it time to consider commercial or mixed use properties? Now, I could talk about this all day, and I want to say absolutely it's time. One of the things that I think you guys are noticing is a lot of the commercial sector is kind of hurting right now, which is creating opportunities for us, right? I want you guys to start thinking out of the box, like taking a retail property and then turning it into residential, right? Doing some conversion pieces. You look at all these big, huge buildings and different opportunities that are in there for you. So let's play with that a little bit. Actually, I'm doing a conversion for one of my clients right now, and it's kind of exciting. But it's work for sure, but just the opportunities that are presenting itself with the fact that the commercial is kind of struggling, capitalize on that, guys. Don't be afraid of it. It could be different. Other thing also is if you're a small business owner and currently you're renting your space, this could be an opportunity for you to buy something, own it, own the space that you're actually in. And everyone thinks about that all the time because it's like, how do I grow? How do I move forward? What's next for me? I've been renting this space for years, and now there's other commercial spaces that are out there just sitting vacant and lonely and need some love. So why can't it be you? Why not you? Right? So let's figure out how to get you approved for things. There are SBA loans. There's different programs that are out there. I'm partnered with tons and tons of lenders that can actually help us get some real answers on where you stand and what your options are. So definitely think about that commercial piece because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity there for you guys if you're not afraid to tackle it. So if you got a business or if you got a big vision, commercial real estate could be your next level up and it could be fun. I'll go along for the ride. So give me a call. Think about me. I got you. And that's my commercial piece for today. So I want you guys not to be afraid of it. And I'm already running out of time. And I know that you guys are like, oh, let me get back to flipping the burgers and jumping in the pool and all the other things. But I know some of you guys are also scrolling Zillow and the houses and thinking how you can trade up. So don't be afraid to ask those questions either and figuring out like how you can trade up. Tons of good questions today. I did say if I had time for this one, I was going to squeeze it in because I feel like you guys should be aware of this one. It's kind of off the cuff question I got from one of my people in the Q&A queue. And they asked the question, should I sell my home to my kid? Now, this is something you guys definitely should be considering and making sure that you line it up accordingly. Because while it's a powerful tool for general wealth, if you do it wrong, it could cost both of you guys a lot of money, right? So, I mean, you'll want to consider capital gains, if there's a Medicaid look-back rules. And for those of you who have already down this path, you're familiar with what I'm talking about, because if you're trying to give it to the child so that you can actually get some long-term care, they also have look-back periods, so make sure you're aware of the rules on that. And the tax implications, right? So you want to make sure that you are pulling in like a tax accountant, a real estate attorney to kind of talk through navigating your multi-generational play, right? Because I think you guys want to ultimately be able to have general wealth for our family, pass it on, make life easy for the kids. And, you know, I love somebody gives me a house. Gift a house. I'll take it, but let's do it the right way. So I'm not paying tons and tons of capital gains and I'm not, you know, crying about it later. But give me real estate all day long. I'll take it. I'll take it. So at the end of the day, I love seeing families pass down, you know, properties and being able to pass down general wealth, but just make sure you guys do it smartly. And there's plenty of people you can talk to about that. So this is just to get you started, hopefully get you thinking about it and making sure you're having the right conversations to get in place. And just like that, I'm running out of time. But I want to say so many more things to you guys. But first and foremost, I want to say thank you for jumping on. I know that you guys be doing 1,000,001 other things. And for those of you who think this can value someone else, that they're in the market, they're thinking about real estate, they're thinking about things that might help them kind of move the needle on investing, pass this along. Give them my information, give them my DM. You can find me everywhere, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm your girl, all things real estate. I'm right here. For my sellers, you guys already know that this is the season. So I've already gotten tons of calls and listing appointments. So you guys have questions, do not hesitate to call me. Reach out. I got you. I also have the PDF from my book for those of you that, you know, are looking for like high level information and then being like, this is too much. You just handle it. So, I got you there too. So either way you cut it. I appreciate you guys for jumping on. Thank you very much for locking in. I'm rounding out for my 15 minutes. I kept it nice and short and a little bit spicy. So I know I gave some recommendations for some good shows to watch for my HGTV lovers. I know you're thinking about it. I know you are. But barbecue, burgers, and bidding wars. I mean, it was kind of fun talking about it a little bit. Also opportunities, right? Thinking about those different investment opportunities for you guys on a regular basis and what you can do next. So whether you're thinking about buying, selling, or just kind of daydreaming as you're flipping the burgers and jumping in the water, I'm your girl. Think all things real estate. I got you. I hope you learned something helpful, something that you can pass on. And I will record this so you can share it away. It'll be on my page. You guys can check it out. And I hope that you have an amazing, amazing week. Check out my other content. I have our Tooth Bomb Tuesdays. I have our local loves on Fridays. And we have some ad hoc stuff during the week, just kind of let you know what's going on. Because you guys know I'm involved in multiple different community-based events, Rotary, Chamber, you know, YMCA, the homeless shelters. Like, guys, if you're looking for something to do, also tap me on the shoulder because we can always use extra hands and volunteer work. That's what we do. So thanks again for locking in. It's good to see you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will catch you guys next Monday at 7. Take care.